Hi everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome back to episode 18 of my Let's Play series of Pickle Pack Magical 2. So as is, I guess, the historical practice, I will start by handing in some of the quests that I've completed in between episodes. I guess the last thing we did was kill the Lich King, so we may as well hand in the quest for that, which gives us a bunch of books and some gold ingots and charm of keeping. Now, I did start. You can see a couple of new items just in my Thorncraft area alone. I've started trying to prepare for the Wither fight. Now, don't get me wrong, I've played a lot of Minecraft, but to be quite honest, I think I've only ever fought the Wither a handful of times. I know with modded Minecraft he's not as powerful as he is in vanilla, but generally I don't really have a use for all the nether stars, but this pack with all the recipe changes has made it so there is a use. So I will need to design up the fight area, I guess, and I've started to prepare items so that I'm a bit stronger. So one of those items I prepared was in here, which is the Amulet of Runic Shielding, which, as far as I know, uses aspects from your wand as a shield. Now I had the ring before, just the +1. This one gives +8, so it's a little bit of extra protection. That's all. And because I've taken the ring out, I've thrown my Band of Mana in here just to clean up my inventory a little bit more. You can also see I have another Naga trophy here. I did fight a second Naga. There was one just a little bit above, a little bit north from where the previous one was. And I'm pretty sure I need that for part of the Twilight Forest later on. I need one of the trophies. Now I do want a full set, so I've started putting them on the wall down in the base down there, but I do want to keep a full set, so I figured I'd kill another one just to claim his trophy. You can see here I've made an ever full urn. I got a little tired of using the buckets and filling this up, and I know I could use a golem, but even he seems a little bit confused by it. Look, he's just staring at it. Why is all this water flowing? Yeah, so it just keeps that crucible topped up for me. I might make another one and place it down in the Britannia area to keep the Petal Apothecary, however you say it, to keep it full. Now, the other thing I've made, you can see this here, it's another alembic. So alchemical furnace with an alembic on it. But this one I've connected up to an Essentia crystallizer. What this does is anything that is cooked up in here, it turns into little crystals, and in this case it spits them out the end. So I've put the hungry chest underneath it, so when it spits them out, it spits them into this chest. Now you can see there's all these, each one of these is, you know, one essence pretty much. I've done this mainly to make it a little bit easier to craft certain items in here, things like balance shards and those sort of things. I've just found, you know, it stops the waste sort of thing. May not be needed. It's just trying to keep things a little bit neater and tidier. But yeah, so it's just as simple as, you know, picking up an item, throwing it in like normal, and you'll see it'll come up here. Little things will start spinning, and once it's done, it takes a little bit of time. You can speed it up with, I don't know, one of them. I think it's Terra. If you pipe Terra into it or place it nearby. I'm not 100% sure. It will speed it up, and when it's done, if you don't have your magnet on, it will spit it out and drop it in the chest. So, nice neat little thing, just makes it a little bit easier. Here's another thing I've made in between. So we'll go to that next. No, not in here. That's in here. I made the thermostatic harness. This thing here, which you can see a couple of air shards, a couple of great wood planks, redstone comparator, gold, iron, and leather tunic, and a couple of aspects down the bottom here. So I made that up. I don't know if I'm going to be using it too much. I'll claim the Jar of Essentia, because I believe this is the one that allows it to fly. Potentia. I'm guessing there's a keybind to Turdot. Let's have a look. What do we got here? No, did I miss it? Possibly. Activate hover harness. Nope, that just opens up my hats menu. I might have to change that keybind. Oh, the joys. What have we got? Apostrophe. Let's try that. Nope, I don't think so. Oh, do I need to put this in somehow? I don't know. I'm sure you guys will tell me. Ah, there we go. Shift right click. And I guess I can put it on. Oh, there we go. And it's on. Yeah. I can fly. I might be able to finish the sides of the tower here. Make it a little bit easier. Not sure how quickly it goes through the aspects. We might be able to have a quick look here. Let's use one. So yeah, that's, you know, neat little thing to have. So I might just throw that up into my my bag. So yeah, the reward for that was the Jar of Essentia to put in it. I will need to obviously refill that every now and then, and I'm wondering whether I can put one of the quantum jars, which is the next quest I've done, whether I can put the quantum jar in there, because these things hold 640, I guess, if it's 10 times more. Normal one holds 64, so 640. And that would be a nice little store up of fuel to keep that thing going. They just gave me another couple of jars. Just throw them in a chest for now. Right. And some stuff in a bag. Let's go and get rid of some of these items. You can see I brought a few more nodes over. As I'm out and about, I generally, what I've been doing is I set up an area for a node to be. It should be right here. What do I need? I need this. And yeah, I set it all up. And then if I'm out and I see a really good node, I then get the other one out, place it underneath, got a button with me, teleport back home. Nice and simple. Now I was cleaning my inventory out. Get rid of some of this gold. Stack of books. What else? You can see here I made a mana steel cleaver. Just only made it out of mana steel because you can make it in the tool forge. You don't have to melt down mana steel. It's not fantastic. It does 11 attack damage, which is pretty good. It's on par with my normal sword. And it's just got that higher chance to behead than what a standard sword does, which I can probably put beheading on here. believe there is an upgrade in Tinker's Construct, which I can look into, and that might be a better way of doing it, because this thing gives you mining fatigue as you swing it. Oh, we'll look into that in a bit. How have I ended up with the second band of mana? I definitely have two. Alright, oh, I shouldn't have two. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm going to bin it. Yep, still there. Don't ask. I've had a couple of crashes when loading in. Last couple of times I've loaded up. I'm not sure why. I'm trying to work through it. It doesn't seem to cause any issues with the game. It's still fine. I just load it back up and all's good again. So still doing a bit of investigation into that to work out what's going on. Wow, it's got a lot of stuff on it. And once I work out what's going on, I'll hopefully be able to fix it, or maybe there's something I can contact Blake Bro about. But it's only just started happening, so I'm thinking it's something, perhaps something I've made in world, or yeah. Okay, let's check this book again. So I've done those ones. Got a couple in here. I made a unifier here. Recipe for a unifier. A couple of silver gears, redstone comparators, machine frame, plastic book, and a multimeter. Multimeter is a bit of a pain, mainly the electrum gear, because it requires the thaumium and the iron gear and stuff, but still a fairly simple recipe there. And it's just, if you've got multiple types of, say you've got 3 mods that produce copper, you can put it in there, set the one you want, and any type that goes in there will come out the one you wanted. Fairly simple block. So I can hand that one in. You can see here you get one of each. Oh no, it's an Accio ingot. That's interesting. It's very useful when you have a whole bunch of different types of the same item, like copper for example. Just put them through and it will turn them into the same kind. Why is copper the same as Accio? I'm intrigued. Don't think it needs power. No, doesn't need power. So if I tell it that I want this, if I drop, it's coming out as copper. I think, yeah, it's just coming out as copper. I don't think that's correct. I don't think it's meant to be Accio. Interesting. Don't believe that should work like that. So if I put this in, it's only an ingot. No, it still comes out as Accio. I don't know. Anyway. Not an issue. I don't believe the pack has multiple types. So I don't think there'll be a problem. Right, so quest book. No, I didn't throw on the ground this time. That one's claimed. And the other one I did was a deep storage unit. And that gives me another deep storage unit as a reward. And as the book says, it can hold 2.1 billion items. That's a few. I'm not sure what I've got that I will need 2 billion of. But the recipe for these is fairly in depth. You've got a resonant energy cell frame and 4 resonant strong boxes. So the energy cell frame's just a bit more Enderium like I was doing in the previous episode. And then your strong boxes as they go up the tiers. Nothing major. I'll throw that in there. All these books and stuff. I've been using the leggings, etc. that I've been getting. I've been throwing it in the Thorncraft area and melting it down into a Zat into its aspects. I did look at the laser drill, and it requires a quarry, and it requires all sorts of nonsense. Same here, the grinder needs a bunch of Thorncraft infusion, so I'll do that in between episodes. And I think pink slime generator is fairly similar as well. Slaughterhouse. Oh no, it's not too bad. Bit of invar. So I'll knock that up in between episodes. You might see my inventory here. There's another thing I've made up to kind of combat the issue I had in the previous episode with the running out of food. What seems to happen is every time I come back, I'll double click on the controller here, and it dumps everything in my inventory into all the drawers, which includes the steak. So every time I do it, I end up dumping the steak out of my inventory back into my system, and then I forget to pick up another bunch. So what this does is, it's called the Talisman of Nourishment from Thormic Exploration. One of these. I'll be in here. This thing here. And I've had to go through a few steps to unlock it. But fairly simple recipe. Primal charm. Each of the cooked foods. And a piece of obsidian. And what it does is it will eat and store in itself foods in your hotbar. So you can see there it says it's got 98 food points and 4 saturation points. What it does is to fill itself up, it eats from here. It won't eat from in your inventory, it'll only eat here. And it stores it up, and when it's sitting in your inventory, if you ever get hungry, it feeds you. So, being the lazy person that I am, that's quite impressive for me. That definitely helps me out. I don't need to worry about making sure I got food, and I, won't have the problem I had in the previous episode. So let's see what else. I'm not sure how many more I've got to hand in. Seems to be one in here. Oh yeah, the mana band. So I just upgraded the band of mana, which was a bit of a pain because I had to empty it out before I could upgrade it. So that was just a piece of Terra Steel and the original mana band. So what I've done here, I'll put this in here for now. Now you can see I did have one more quest to hand in, didn't I? The obsidian finished. So we've got the 1000 obsidian essence. Not going to be able to put that in there, so just dump it in here for now. Go and put this away. And that. And a bit more junk. Right. Always carry junk. So obsidian's got the full amount, and I've added the seed to the blacklist, so it doesn't pull it out anymore. The bronze is at 855, so it's getting pretty close. So that's one of the next ones to do. The Certus Quartz, Certus Seeds. Oops. I have made, and I just need to give them a place to go. So that's good. So it's on its way now, but it won't unlock until this bronze is done. So hopefully it'll detect that I've made the 8 and add it to its step on to the next level sort of thing. You can see my essences here are getting up. So the green's full, the orange is full, and it's now making yellow. So that's using those systems down here. I've had a think about it. I may still change this pipe work out because the round robin isn't working because I think it's because of this pipe here. So let's see if I can just fix that up. I think that's the reason it's not working right. I believe this one works a little better. 2, 5. It's close. There's none in that one. No, so it's not working properly either. So it's not a great system. It works when it needs to. But these ones are not working. Not working by a long shot. So this, you know, these two have tons because they had 2 connections. So it's my bad design. Just let that go now. So it'll steadily just make some more of these Accio, which will be going over here now. Continue making more. Not sure whether I'm going to make another farm. I was considering putting another farm out here. Another one of these. Just doing the Accio crop. Don't know. It seems to be looking after itself at the moment. And you can see here I've also made draconium essence. I used a couple of the draconium ingots that I had to, I guess, jumpstart draconic evolution. That should give me a leg up when I get there. What else we got? And here, now, I did start to sort of automate this furnace here. I figured throwing coal or charcoal into it was wasteful. It was just burning it off. So I've changed it over to wood planks. And I've used one of the caches that I got as a reward. And just added some pipework underneath to pump the oak planks straight in underneath. And all I've been doing is I'm just manually making the oak planks from the wood over here. You can see we're getting a bit of a backlog of oak leaves. Every now and then I've just been switching between leaves and not leaves to try and keep it running. So that's about it in that area. Hoping that those flowers are getting close. Let's go and check them out. Take the ring off. I do every now and then come down and drop another couple of stacks of coal in here. Oh look, we've got brown's the only one out of that one that's almost done. Orange and magenta need to be finished. They're all done. And they're all done. And we're going to have a bit of an issue, I think. So I might turn this one off. Turn this timer off now. Turn him off. I think that should do it. So now we run have the issue. Let's see. I just submitted the ones in my inventory. So I'm going to put these 1,000 in here and I'm not going to get them back. So it's a bit of a bummer. Let's just take all these ones and... Now I know I could be pumping these in through the QDS, but at the moment just kind of submitting them as I get them here. So what do we got? No, we must have picked them back up. Yep. 99. I need 10 more. That's the cyan one's done. So yeah, I'll do that in between episodes. I'll hand all these ones in. We're not going to get heaps out of it. We get some 24 blocks of mana steel, still a bit fair amount, and 8 blocks of terra steel is what's that? That's almost 100, isn't it? Excuse my maths. And a green hardcase, so that'll come in handy. So we can handle these in and get a couple of decent little items. And then I'm going to turn this. I've turned this off now, so that'll fill up this area. And if I do need more, I can always just come and make some more. Right. Now, what was I going to do next? Ring back on. So let's see. These are a little bit annoying in that it doesn't tell you the actual one you need. I mean, you kind of got to guess by looking at the pictures, which isn't that hard. I've been handing them in as I do it, but still, it's a little bit of a pain. It would be helpful if it told you which one it was. And I've still got to do these 1,100 buckets of metal, pretty much. That's going to be a big one. I think this is picking it up as I make each item. Not many of the nether ores left. There's only a couple that I haven't been able to find. And yeah, obviously every time I go in there and do it, the pigmen get cranky with me. So haven't had many more there. Been handing these shards in as I find them. Can probably hand in a few more of these. I haven't seen either of these two yet. So I need to work out how I obtain those ones. 24 thormium seeds. That's not too bad. Another green heart canister. Not sure what the laser focuses take to make. Lots of emeralds. So we'll need a good supply of emeralds before we do that quest. I have 10. So we may get emerald seeds going perhaps. Get a set of them going. And that will help us build up our emerald amount. I think that shouldn't be too bad. Emerald seeds. What does that require? The pink one. It's not too bad. 4 emeralds. Might make a set of them just to get it going and just have it working through the farm. Alright, so this episode's been just a bit of a quest hand-in one. I was going to head into the Twilight Forest and start looking for the next boss, which I believe is the Minotaur. Yep, Mino Shroom. There is a labyrinth, I'm pretty sure, just inside the swamp area, just near where the portal goes in. And that's why I've still got the scepter on me. I believe you need to use the scepter in the area that has the bugs, the mosquito sort of looking thing, for it to get rid of it. But I'm pretty sure it was just inside there that there was one I could see on the map. So next episode we'll come back and we might see if we can find that guy. It will take a little bit to find him in his labyrinth there, but it's the other reason I have all these torches on me, so I can find my way around. So what I might do is I might explore that in between episodes, and I'll record from where I find him in his lair. Otherwise, the last thing you want to do is see me walking around getting lost in a labyrinth. So with that, guys, we're going to call this the episode. Quarry seems to be running quite well. Haven't got any more liquids, but and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot.